Hi there and welcome along to another video on a right nice pint. Today we are looking at the Lagunitas IPA. Lagunitas are from Patulima in California. I'm not too familiar with the states, I have to be very honest with you. I've never been over there, but hopefully someday I'll get a chance to go over. But I have had the Lagunitas Daytime in the past. I haven't had this ever. I do know, however, this has been launched on the Blade, and a lot of people are picking this up as well that have Blade systems that haven't yet to that want to try it before they buy and commit to a 8-litre keg of it. So I picked up the bottle. I'm in a similar boat myself because I want to see what this is all about. It's a lot of excitement about this IPA. The Lagunitas Brewing Company, India Pale Ale. It comes in at 6.2% ABV. It's a 355ml bottle. So, a bit of a random number, I think, in terms of a bottle size. I don't know if there are too many available in 355. You're normally like a 330 can, 330 bottle, 300ml bottles. I don't think I've ever picked up a 355ml before, but this is it. Let's see what's on. Let's see. There's your bottle anyway. Kind of a classic looking. I think it's got that piratey look, and I think maybe that's what they're going for. It's kind of the front of this would look like, you know, the pirate, you know, the pirate flags on the ships. I don't know if that's the look they're going for. It does kind of remind me of that though. And it would make a bit of sense, really, when you think of it, because of the origins and the stories behind these beers. So, let's see what else they have here. So they say, beer speaks, people mumble. I like that. That's a really nice little saying they have on there. What other information? The qualities of the malt foundation in mortal combat on the battlefield of your palate. They have lovely little notes on the front, what I quite like. Hoppy ale, savour the moment as a raging hop character engages the Imperial. Then the back, Heineken seem to own, must own Lagunitas because this is available also on the Blade. So Heineken are involved with it. So this bottle from Heineken UK Limited at Broadway Park in Edinburgh, distributed by Heineken Ireland, Leitrim Street in Cork. So Heineken have their paws on this, although it was started by Tony McGee, I understand. The story goes back as far as 1993. The story behind the beginning of this beer, and it went from strength to strength, and eventually it's now available in over 20 countries. Say over 20-ish countries is what they say on their website, and it's growing. And lots of hype about Lagunitas. Like I said, I had their daytime, Lagunitas Daytime, which comes in small cans. I picked it up in, I think, Tesco, and it was quite nice, quite refreshing. I really enjoyed it. I'm not someone that likes really strong hops. Well, prior to this video, this may change my mind. Over time, I have been, I suppose it's been growing on me as I open my mind a bit more to certain beers around the world, and we carry out this journey on the channel. So let's open her up. Let's see what it looks like in the glass. Well, here we go. Okay, let's see. What are we looking at here? Ooh, kind of an amberish colour, a honey colour, maybe? I'm not getting any head really on that. Very small head. Lots of carbonation. Well, some bubbles coming through. Let's see if we can. I'll just change the lens on this, the focus on this. Plenty of bubbles coming through. Always good to see. Maybe not crazy levels of carbonation, but the bubbles are coming through are quite large. So Yeah, okay, so we got like a honey colour that we've got going on there. So let's get the aromas. Both typical type aromas from an IPA. You're getting that citrusy, kind of a grapefruit, possibly. You're getting a citrusy note. It's mainly citrus I'm getting here, really. I'm not getting much else. It's the dominant aroma. So let's just dig in and see what we get. That's fine. First of all, first thoughts. Yeah, that's okay. Let's try and describe the taste here. So you're getting it's quite carbonated in the mouth, pushing the beer around the mouth. Very malty, a lot of malty sweetness coming through. Lots of malty sweetness coming through. Yeah, so you are getting, and they actually say on their website that it's made with 43 different hops and 65 various malts. So it is, it's just a lot of flavour. Yeah, it is bitter, it is hoppy, but I can deal with it. I like it. I like it a lot, in fact. Hold on. It doesn't taste like 6.2% if you were to ask me. Mouthfeel is maybe a medium mouthfeel. A light to medium mouthfeel. It's slightly citrusy. I wouldn't say it's I wouldn't say it's dominantly citrusy or anything like that. It's mainly kind of it's the malts and it's very maltiness, very malty, very biscuity, and then you're getting that hoppy bitterness then at the end, and quite a strong hoppy bitterness, but there's a really nice balance of sweetness and bitterness there. Even though I like it, it probably wouldn't be a beer that I would have too many of in a sitting. Even though you should drink responsibly anyway, but just dropping that in there. It's something that I'd have a couple of, and I think, that's my problem with beers that are quite hoppy. I just tend to just not feel great after a couple of them. You start to feel after a while, even though they're quite enjoyable. That's really enjoyable. I don't know in terms of, if I was to pick this up on a blade, I'd have 8 litres of this to do. Could I do it? There'd be a bit of work in it, I think. There'd be a bit of work in it. In drinking 14.5 pints of Lagunitas on the blade. You'd want a couple of people around for it. However, it's really enjoyable. If the sun was shining outside and you wanted a beer to have with your barbecue, that's perfect. That's really nice. There's great flavours. There's a great balance of sweetness and bitterness in there. Now, we've had IPAs in the channel before where they were both kind of like, okay, the balance was maybe, they weren't on the level of this, in the sense that there's a strong malt character, there's a strong hop character coming through on it. So you're getting the best of both worlds, I suppose. So, you know, I think that's what they're trying to say, that this will float your boat, and that's, I'm sure there's a pun on there as well because of the IPA story. I don't know how true the IPA stories are, but wow, where it originates, but to say it'll float your boat whatever planet you're on. And I think they're right in what they're saying. They're saying that, you know, there's a lovely sweetness from the malts. There's quite bitterness then from the hops. There's a lot of bitterness in the hops. But because of the sweetness in the malts, it's a really good beer. You're getting a nice best of both worlds as such. So whether you're someone that just likes really hoppy beer, maybe not so much so into really sweet malty beers, you're getting the hoppy bitterness there. And then people that are like love their malty lagers may well like this. There's quite a nice balance to that. It wouldn't be, like I said, it wouldn't be something that I drink, you know, 2 or 3, and I probably, you know, would have had my feed of it. To be honest, it's not something I'd session on really. It's something to be sipped. It's something to be drank and enjoyed. Yeah, certainly something to be just drank and enjoyed, sipped with, maybe with food or something. That's how I'd see it. It's not something I drink too many of, unless now this grows on me more. I've only had a little bit of it, so yeah. So the more I actually taste it, the more I get lemon straight away. Lemon, malts, and then yeah, lemon, sweet malts, and quite a, maybe, if I would say hoppy bitterness out of 5, I'd say 4, maybe in terms of hoppy bitterness. It's good though. It's good. I'd recommend it. What would I give this out of 10? Oh, it's a good beer. It's a nice beer. It's not something I personally, you know, it wouldn't be something I personally really enjoy. I like a really fruity IPA, you know. I like the fruitiness of IPA. I like a nice juicy fruity IPA is probably where what I like. That is, however, quite sweet. It is, however, probably too bitter for me. So I would pick it up, but I wouldn't be someone that would drink too many Lagunitas IPAs. Probably just not really 100% my taste. I will give it, however, it's still a good beer. I'm going to give this a 7.5 out of 10. 7.5 out of 10. The Lagunitas IPA. I wish I could give it more. I know there are people that absolutely love this, and I can see why. It's just not one of my favourites. So yeah, we'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. Good beer, really nice beer. Comment if you've had it. Let us know what you think of the Lagunitas IPA. And as always, like and subscribe, and thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon.